Hey, what's up traders? Welcome back to Forex Gym for another daily Forex analysis for 24th of March 2020. In this video I'm going to be analyzing 4 currency pairs, but before we start doing that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'm making daily and weekly Forex analysis as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. Starting with the euro against US dollar from the daily chart, we can see the price is retracing, still trying to edge higher, but it does not really shows me that it is strong. Yesterday we had this candle, but it's closed only halfway. We can see it left this wig, which is generally normal for these market conditions, and now today we see that the price is trying to break and go higher. However, this is still a retracement. We need to drill down to the shorter time frame, and let's see, it is the hourly chart, and we see that yesterday we had this candle which caused of the Fed news, and we had this spike up, and since then it's kind of drift down, and now we can see it's still going a bit higher. I do think that this price wants to go and take out these highs, and if there's going to be any orders there, should suck it in. We also have this weekly pivot up there, so there's a lot of strength wise. It looks like the buyers and sellers are around equal because the price is just going up and down, so it needs to do something that get rid of some orders, then it will be clear where it wants to go. Now we can see that the price is pushing higher. For now, I'm looking to, if the price starts breaking these weekly pivots, I still have this order for the short sides, and I already have the stopped move down. So if the price breaks this weekly pivot, then I'm gonna it's gonna take out this stop, but it's in a take profit area, so I'm still gonna make money out of it, but it won't be obviously as much. But I cannot do anything because it has not gone to the my target, and I always stick to my strategy and my targets and stop losses, so I can't really justify the closing the trade, even though I see that the price is edging higher. Still nice testing this daily R1. So for now, what I'm looking for, if the price breaks these weekly pivots, then I will be looking to get onto the long side, but only up until this 10940 zone, where we got this 4-hourly high. That will be the first target if the price breaks, and then we'll have a little bit retracement. Now I'll be looking to get onto the long side for these highs as of the targets, which is good, around 100, will be about 80 to 100 pips depending on the retracement. If not, and if it's going to retrace back and start going down, then I want to see for the price to, let's say, calm down a bit more and show a bit more weakness. So if it comes down like this one, maybe around down to these lows here, and has a little bit retracement, not showing much of the strength, then I will be getting to the short side. But we can see now the price it looks a bit of quite a lot of strength coming in on the long side, but it has not confirmed. I want to see a bit more of it rather than just jumping into the long side. For the stop losses, okay, it's about to take out my stop now, so let's wait and see if it's gonna do it. Let's say it's the close. This is a 4-hour candle, 4-hour chart, and it's gonna close in about 1 hour and 10 minutes, the time of the of this video, and by the time I get this one out on the YouTube, it's probably gonna be around that time. So if it goes up, and maybe let's say it closes around 0885 and then retraces back down, could use it as this pivot was of the retracement. So if it comes down at 108.55 zone, I'm gonna be getting on to the long side, and the target's gonna be up here at 109.40 area. As of the stop loss, quite difficult to say now, but it probably gonna need at the very minimum 30 pip stop, maybe 25. It's very difficult to see on this one until the candle is closed, but I would be looking around 30, maybe 35 pip stop. You don't want to have it too long, especially we're having a target at up to 109.45. So always look out on the risk rewards if it satisfies the requirements. The best one to have it at least very minimum 1 to 2. We continue with the New Zealand dollar against US dollar from the daily chart, and the US dollar pairs, they look more or less the same. They are behaving more or less the same way. Also, it's good idea not to have too many open positions, especially if it's the only US dollar pairs. Let's say like euro dollar, New Zealand against US dollar, and British pounds against dollar, all these similar ones, because if something happens on a US dollar side on the news wise and it reacts, then you have 3-4 trades open. Might not be a particularly good idea, especially if we see the big moves like we've seen it on a flash crash, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Then it's not good to have a lot of positions open at the same time. So let's move to the shorter time frame. So as I mentioned before, that the US dollar pairs, they're looking more or less the same. The price is trying to edge higher. I'm waiting for either if it wants to go higher, but I do want to see more strength if the price decides to and break out. Ideally, it will break these, even actually this spike high, and shows more strength than it wants to go higher. Then I'll be looking to jump into the long side. And if not, let's go to the 1 hourly chart. If not, then I want to see price to break down a bit more. Then I will be looking for the short side for this one, more likely to break this daily pivots down here at 0.56, the 94, around that area. But so far the way it looks like, it might want to have a bigger retracement or just continue edge higher, probably even just continue to the trend up. But for now it looks like a retracement. We've seen it on the daily charts that the price went down here. I think it was a weekly, on the weekly or monthly, yeah, down to the monthly lows. I did cover that one on my weekly analysis, and we see that this big retracement on a weekly, it looks just a retracement, nothing else. But obviously when we look at the shorter time frames, then it looks like, okay, the price is just going higher by just a retracement. So for now, it's just a waiting game, see what's gonna happen. I think there's a lot of orders on sell and buy sides, and the price is just want to knock over some orders before it continues one of the either directions really. Next currency, we got euro against Australian dollar, starting with a daily chart. This one is in a retracement mode, but I'm kind of starting to shift towards short side, even though the trend is strongly up. A reason why we got this week and also on a monthly time frame, this currency is starting to get far away from this spike high, and it's going lower and lower. Also, of course, we have 1 week before the monthly candle is closed, but I'm starting to slowly shift towards short side. But we don't forget that the trend is still up. So let's drill down to the shorter time frames. Go to 4 hourly. We see that the price is coming down to testing this low again. What I want to see from this one, that the price comes down and ideally takes out these spike lows, these 2 spike lows here, and then the reaction, and that depend on the reaction. If it's gonna have a milder reaction, that it does not really have much of a reaction towards upside, that's where I will be looking to get onto the short side. And that reaction should be, let's drill down to the an hourly chart. That will be one of these highs. So if the price breaks this down to these lows and I have a mild reaction toward upside, then I would be looking to short this currency. But that said, don't want to go too far as of the targets, possibly down to this low. It's 78, the 78.50 zone. Let's have a look at what we got on the daily chart. 76, that's a bit further away. Around 78.50 we can go to down to this price action. Looks okay. Or even to 177.59. That's also a good target to have. The reason why I don't want to have a far away target is this still has a week. It has good, yeah, about a week to turn around and go higher, especially with this volatility. Price can do that. It can come up all the way up and close up here, so which gonna signals a lot of bullish strength, and then continue to even go high and take out this spike high here. But because it's the way it's behaving now, that's where I see, which I mentioned earlier. And lastly, we got British pounds against US dollar, starting from the daily chart. The pound looking weak. Also, we had the announcement from the PM that as you probably know, that UK is already on a lockdown since yesterday evening, and that's gonna last about 3 weeks. So that's not looking good for the economy. So I do expect for this one to go even lower. Let's drill down to the shorter time frames. The price came up. It's going up and down. It's chopping around on the smaller time frames, but I do expect this currency to go down. We also have some news on British pounds and also on euro side, so that will create some volatility. And there is a G7 meeting, so that's the main one to look out for. So keep that in mind when you're taking a trade, and especially that G7 meetings are all day, so we don't really know when and what is going to come out between these times, so it can happen anytime really. As of the technicals, I'm still looking for, as I mentioned, to the short side. Well, it's gonna wait to this price to break a bit more lower, and we got the news out, and I'll be more inclined to get onto the take a trade on the short side once we know what the what's news gonna be out after that. However, if the price manages to, I don't know, rally up and start breaks these pivots, and especially if it breaks these high here, then I will be looking again to get onto the long side. For the target will be as of this, but that's a bit early to say. However, because of the news, it can happen. The price can rally up, but we're gonna wait and see. So I can't really say much about this stop loss. Thank you guys for watching. This was Daily Forex Analysis for 24th of March 2020. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and make sure to hit that subscribe. I'm making daily and weekly Forex analysis, as well as videos about the knowledge you need to be a better trader. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can reach me by my social media accounts. The link's gonna be in the description, and I will get back to you very quickly. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.